broken mirrors, open up your eyes and ears. Rolling, yeah. The clothesline's got me. I'm gonna play some music. My friend's finishing up some carpentry work he's doing over here, building some stairs. He's about to finish that. That's the big noises. What's up, Andrew? Yeah. Sorry about the drill. He's almost done. When AT&T rolled out their 5G, they put it everywhere and anyone can see. At the park, at the playground, radiating all around the local farm and drug. You'll see it up above, at the club, at the bar, wherever you are. If you looking hard enough, you know you're gonna find the stuff for swimming in it. We're swimming in a sea of directed energy. Thanks to AT&T 5G. If you go to the store, you might see 3 or 4 at the police department. As the window you would park at the fire station, you can taste the radiation. Every city, every town out in the cuts, you bet your ass the place is lit the fuck up. Every street, every boulevard, every avenue, you'll see them at museums, even see them at the zoo. If you're AT&T, well, there's nothing stopping you. Sometimes they want to try to be a little more covert. They'll stick it in a flagpole, put it in the cross at church. Sometimes they really just try to hide it, so they'll get creative and try to disguise it. They got those 5G evergreens, and they got the 5G cactus and the 5G palm tree. AT&T, we're swimming in a sea of directed energy. Thanks for 5G. Yeah, we're swimming in a sea of directed energy. Thanks, AT&T, we're swimming in a sea of directed energy. Thanks for 5G. Thanks. There's something wrong with the picture. Something that just don't sit right with me. The fact that we would have to be surrounded by cell phone towers when need wording before. It appears to be a little bit of trickery, and why don't they just be more forthcoming about what the fuck these things are? It's old news, now we got the data centers and they're coming in hot. They create It's just a loser's game. You'll just go insane. You'll stop using your brain, and that's a real fucking shame. AI is just an eye up in the sky. It's always watching you and I and everyone in society. Say goodbye to your privacy. AT&T, we're just swimming in that 5G. And they just didn't mind. It really wasn't that bad to spend $1 trillion providing us with the service that we already had. I just don't understand where the profit comes in with an investment like that. You'd fucking fall flat on your ass if you did something that drastic, and you just didn't make any fucking cash off it. But in this case, it's just people who have transcended the monetary system. Money is nothing object to these fucking fiends that are claiming to be running things into the ground. Smoke and mirrors, open up your eyes and ears and look and listen here. It's not how it sounds or appears to be. In fact, you'll hit the wall trying to understand the reasoning. Logic is just lost on anyone who tries. Welcome to the fucking day we live in. It's the age of artificial lack of intelligence. Just the lack of any logical, cohesive, any train of thought that actually will take you anywhere. I'm getting off right up there. Have a good one. I don't want to be on the same train as everyone here who's got no brain. They'd rather just refer to a robot who's usually wrong. It's just a really dumb song to sing. When I was a young man, I used to watch TV. Now I am an old man, the TV's watching me. It's watching me. Yeah, the TV's watching me. Yeah, whoa, the TV's watching me. Survey, monitor, analyze, report technology. Oh, it's so smart. Survey, monitor, analyze, report technology. It's so smart. When I was a young man, I used to watch TV. Now I am an old man, the TV's watching me. It's watching me. The TV's watching me. Oh yeah, the TV's survey, monitor, analyze, report technology. Spell smart. Survey, monitor, analyze, report technology. It's so smart. Not like clever, but more like survey, monitor, analyze, report technology. Has nothing to do with anything intelligence-wise. To call it intelligent is intellectual dishonesty. It's the official artificial digital idolatry. That's really all that it could be. To call it intelligent is intellectual dishonesty. Hey, but you can teach it how to play Tetris and chess and checkers and tic-tac-toe. Teach it how to look like it's teaching itself. Hey, look at that shit go. How to look like it's teaching itself. It's not really teaching itself? No. You see, a thing, for something to teach itself, it has to have a a will of its own. You know, it has to be like, I want to do this because of this. It's called reasoning and logic. To have a will of your own means that you are otherwise just left to your own devices and you're going about your day doing stuff. Now, a computer, unless programmed and prompted to do so, it really has no reason to do so. But they want to try to make a machine to imitate life to the most, down to the. I mean, it's a slow process where this thing they're doing, and they're trying to take some great leaps forward right here, and for fucking sure, just like beyond a shadow of a doubt, the tech is so much further than what they're offering to people, because what they're offering to people is utter trash. It's garbage. It's fucking useless. I haven't even tried using it because I see how stupid it is. It's fucking ridiculous. That's my opinion. But then, so it's like, you're gonna put fucking 10,000 data centers in our fucking beautiful country and ruin people's lives and just fucking, tap out our resource after all this shit about the fucking climate and the fucking environment. Now you're gonna come fucking add all these data centers with total disregard to all things that matter for these fucking dumb chatbots? No, that doesn't make sense. So there's something else going on, obviously. I mean, so whatever the story is, I mean, it's like, but it's just like, it's ripe for conspiracy theories because we're obviously not getting the truth. People obviously conspired to get this all accomplished for whatever reason because it doesn't make sense on its face at all. I mean, there's no logic in the story. It's completely bereft. I mean, it doesn't make sense. That's the part that sucks. And it's the same thing with the 5G towers and the experimental jabs that everybody in the world is supposed to get. Here's a brand new experimental jab. It's got new technology, bio-in-tech. That doesn't sound good. I don't want to have tech in my body. Everybody in the world who's alive and breathing needs to get one of these new experimental shots that we have no long-term data on. Is that really a good idea? To protect us from what? A pretend disease? No. That's pretty much the craziest thing. It's so reckless, it's beyond the pale. So there's another plan that didn't make any sense. 5G, we're gonna spend literally $1 trillion rolling out hardware all over the place, these big ugly cell phone towers, so they can provide us with a service that we already fucking had. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. All right, where's the profit? I mean, we're just paying our phone bills like we were before. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't check out. All right, and there's other ones that don't check out. Oh, let's go spray the sky with fucking. Let's go crop dust the world everywhere in the world. Let's go crop dust people with these fucking weird, lingering contrails that stay in the sky all day and in fact spread out and form this big web like fucking mush pollution as it slowly drips down on everyone's heads. That's a great idea. It doesn't make any sense. It's a whole economy in its own. I mean, imagine how much it would cost to actually make all this juice that they're fucking spraying on everyone. I mean, just to manufacture all that shit alone, and then just to fly planes back and forth, crisscrossing the sky all day worldwide. I mean, it's beyond the pale. It doesn't make sense. There's no reason for that pollution. It's just being done for the sole purpose of that pollution. I'm surmising maybe it's a terraforming operation or like a, smart dust being spread around. It's like there's something shady going on there. These worldwide agendas is what everybody needs to be looking at. I've been noticing in my area lately, there's fucking high-rise, like stack and pack housing popping up everywhere. Like in Santa Cruz, I mean, I've been here my whole life. It's like I've never seen this kind of like mass produced, like the production of the construction, whatever I'm trying to say. It's like these fucking, what is the word? Like the there's a mad fucking rush to build these stack and pack houses. I mean, apartment buildings are like big ass buildings. They look like, it looks, dystopian. They're not pretty looking. It's boring architecture and it's just stack and pack. You can tell that they're going to fit like thousands of people in that one building. And they're all next to each other. I mean, we've seen a bunch in San Jose. There's a bunch in Santa Cruz. I've been here my whole life, and like there's areas in Santa Cruz that have never been developed. That was the word I was looking for, development. Now they're developing all these fucking stack and pack houses right there on the levee. And it's like all over the place. But within one area, And I'm like, oh well, this is like the 15-minute city getting kicked off. It's like there's certain areas where there's already congestion of people, and instead of trying to thin out that area, they're gonna go ahead and just try to squeeze everybody in there and provide all these houses. I know homeless people now that have free housing. They just got, I don't know how they got it. One dude I know, he was just sleeping in his van, or he was living in his van, and these guys came up and offered him a house. Like these people from the county. They're like, you want a room? He's got a hotel room that he just doesn't have to pay for. It's just housing that he gets for free. I know another guy has the same situation, and it's like, dude, I don't know. I mean, it just seems. My girlfriend made a good point the other day too. She's like, she makes nothing but good points, but she was talking about how everybody's on these different, like, you know, whatever, like pharmaceutical, like antidepressants and like various other Ozempic and aesthetic drugs and psychological drug, and it's basically getting everyone hooked on their meds, to some extent, and it's like, so you're basically their little bitch. It's like there was some really good example that was made earlier. It's like, what was it? It's like, how would you get all these people into it in like in a, say, in a situation where there's resetting society, they're going to do a reset. How would you get all these people into a loony bin like that? How would you manage to get thousands of people into a loony bin? Well, first you get them all hooked on their pharmaceuticals where they need them, or they're going to go through like a life-threatening detox. And so then you just say, oh, we got your meds in here. It's the only place you can get them. You got to come check into the nut house. And then you're just their little fucking pet, do whatever they want at that point. It's really a sad scenario that we see developing here. Is the establishment beast system just keeps flexing its muscle. This decade has been like, ever since 2020, it's just been like this sketchy. Maybe I'm just paying closer attention, but I don't think that's what it is. I think it's become like the political world has become a fucking clown show. I mean, it's dangerous. I mean, it's terrible. There's people that are dying because our country thinks it's okay to. Our government thinks they need to go bomb people offensively. Like this whole thing with Iran, they weren't even. They would never even fuck with it. And it's like they were gonna drop bombs on them. And it's like this fucking deal where like we basically just went. Our government, has just made the most blundering maneuver, and people are still like trying to defend it, like as if it's. But it's like this thing where we preemptively go bomb a bunch of people. I mean, it's like they're trying to make this case where it's like this pre-crime, like, we're gonna go bust, and like we're gonna attack you before you do your. Yeah, they're trying to get the world used to this idea of pre-crime, where they just go pop somebody, who didn't even do anything, or you were gonna do something. Okay, I think it's pretty fucked up, man. Data centers. It's so fucking, yeah, man. It's so dystopian. I mean, it's. Have you seen the the channel Truth? What Truth Truth Stream Media, I think is what it is. Truth Stream. Is that what it's called, babe? Truth Stream Media. Yeah. She put up a video. Flat Earth dude was playing it on his channel last night, but I watched the whole video. I'm just on their channel. It's titled, it's Truth Stream Media, and the title of the video is we already have been invaded by aliens, or something like that. It's the whole expose on the AI phenomena and the data centers and all the drawbacks and all. Basically, she focused on the fact that it's nothing but drawbacks, and that was pretty much the point of the video. But it's like an hour long. I mean, I was up late watching it last night because she kept me. I mean, I was like, everything she said, every point she made was just like adding to this. She made such a good case as to like why this is just sheer lunacy, and none of it makes any sense. I mean, by the end of the video, I'm just like, man, she kept me on the edge of my seat the whole time. I'm like, man, I wanted to go to bed, but I was like, I got to finish watching this. She kept bringing up point after point after point, and then supporting each point, and it's just like, dude, none of this shit makes any sense. By the end of the video, you feel like, dude, it's time to go out there with our pitchforks and torches, guys. It's just fucking whack. These rich, fucking insane billionaire people they're really just throwing everything at the wall right now and just seeing what sticks. I mean, What happens when all this fucking tech is obsolete? Doesn't that happen? You know, where these like where like data storage suddenly becomes a lot more efficient. I mean, I've got all these fucking, after ruining everybody's property and fucking the environment, now it's just obsolete. I mean, how long are these even going to be used for? Is what I want to know. And then what? Like we're supposed to think these people give a fuck? They're just going to leave a big fucking abandoned data center. It's like I keep getting this image in my mind of like a dystopian future where there's just like these dead data centers everywhere. Some of them are still like, kind of short circuiting and buzzing. They just kind of got abandoned, but they're still operating slightly. I mean, there's probably a lot. Like, there's so much money. It's like to make one of these things. I mean, just the tech, the hardware, it's expensive, dude. I mean, and it's just like for miles, literally miles. I mean, there's so much money. We don't even have the slightest idea of how much money is going into this shit. These are people that don't. It's beyond money. They've transcended the monetary system. That's how I put it, because they don't have to worry about, because it's not, they go get it for free. You know what I mean? They just type digits into a computer and they have that money to spend. They go spend it. These are people that are like, the global, whatever you want to call it, the worldwide is a better word. But they think they're global. Why would you use that term if you knew that you don't live on a globe? I think that Elon Musk must know that it's all fake. There's no space. He wanted to jump on. We're supposed to make him seem like there was like an independent, party that made a fucking trip to space on his own rocket. He's obviously a government. I mean, it's no coincidence that like this genius, all the inventions he makes just happen to play right. They're perfectly. It's a perfect overlay with what the government's trying to do. He just invented the brain chip, and the fucking, electric cars and the fucking Skynet, Skynet and the fucking whatever, dude. AI. It's all, it's like it's just a coincidence that he wants to make all the things, that he just invented all these things. Give me a break. He didn't do shit. He's stupid. The guy's never said anything that made me go, wow. Like when you meet a smart person and they start talking and you're like, damn, this is amazing. There's people that can say things and it's like it actually strikes you. And you're like, wow, that's, it leaves an effect on you. I can think of people that have done that for me in my life, where they just start saying things and you're like, wow, this is not just your average person. They're intelligent and they're saying things that make sense and that are inspiring. And Elon Musk doesn't do that. Nope. And neither did Einstein. I've seen videos of him, and he just like doesn't. It's like he's not even. I mean, he's just barely. The only reason it seems like even like worth watching is just because he's this legend, But like he never says anything that's very clever. I mean, the only thing that he's said that I really understood to be true and agree with is that he's like, I've come to think or to come to know that there is no way to prove the motion of the Earth from the vantage point of Earth. There's no way to prove it. After all that number crunching, all the chalkboards he filled with equations and all these fucking mad scientist fucking crap, even he, the smartest fucking whatever, quote unquote smart, he couldn't prove that the Earth is spinning or moving. He said even though it is in motion around the sun, it's not something you can prove from this vantage point. Okay, so you didn't prove it. Gotcha. He just believed it, but he didn't prove it. And so, like, for people to mention him as, like, in support of the globe Earth being a reality and a spinning globe, I mean, it's like, even he wasn't convinced. And he worked really hard at it, too, by the way. He had to invent all these crazy little workarounds. Because the shit's all fake. It's all Bas Ackwards. There's no gravity. Well, things fall. Do they? I'm not even sure of that. In fact, I'm sure they're not falling. If something is accelerating, then it's accelerating. If it's accelerating, an accelerometer will always give you an accurate reading of where that acceleration is coming from. To understand how an accelerometer works, it's really easy. Accelerometer is basically this. It's a weight inside a container, and it's surrounded by all these little sensors, little contacts, sensory contacts or whatever. Just imagine this. So there's a weight that's sitting loose inside of a container that's all contacts, little sensors or whatever. So anytime you push this accelerometer, the weight inside of it that's loose will be pushed into the direction that the acceleration is coming from. You're pushing it, so the weight in there, of course, is going to get pushed against, because when you like step on the gas in your car, the acceleration is coming from behind you, so you get pushed into your seat. It's just intuitive physics. So this weight that's inside this little reference frame, this little container, will be pushed in the direction that the acceleration is coming from every time. And so it'll give you an accurate reading because it's surrounded by little sensors that get triggered when it bumps into them. So it's always going to give you an accurate measurement of where that acceleration is coming from. It's perfectly easy to understand. The concept is quite basic. That's how it works. And so when something is accelerating that little reference frame, it's always going to tell you that it's being accelerated and where the acceleration is coming from. Because when you're being accelerated, there's a force, it's a working force being applied to whatever little reference frame we're talking about. If there's something that has weight that's dense within that reference frame, it's always going to be pushed in the direction that the force is coming from. It'll be held in that direction. Whoosh. So whatever direction you want to accelerate this accelerometer from, it's always going to give you an accurate reading. It's a basic, the concept is really easy to understand. So here, when you have this accelerometer and you just take it and you drop it like this, without pushing it or whatever, you just drop it. Now it's supposed to be accelerating at 9.8 meters squared per second, which is pretty fast. After just like in 10 seconds, it's going fucking fast. And so it's supposed to be accelerating. It looks like it's accelerating. We can see it gaining speed as it approaches the ground. But lo and behold, that little reading that thing gives you, when it's always accurate, when it's being accelerated, it always tells you where it's being accelerated from, and how much of acceleration is happening. So here it's accelerating towards the ground. We should expect that weight to be held against the top, where the sensors are, because it's being accelerated down, right? So it should say there's an acceleration happening from this direction, pushing us down at this speed. But no, it doesn't. It says there's no acceleration happening, even though it looks like it's happening. And we know how the thing works, so we know that if it was accelerating, then the weight inside of it would be pushed against the top, because that's how it works. When you're accelerating, the things that are dense get pushed against the direction where the force is coming from. So we know how the thing works. It makes perfect sense. When it's appearing to accelerate towards the Earth, it gives a reading. It's the only time you're going to see this with an accelerometer. That's when it actually says 0. It's not accelerating. It looks like it is. That's the only time that thing is ever at rest. When it just gives you a 0 reading. I'm finally not accelerating. Hits the ground, boom, and the weight inside that thing hits the bottom sensors, and that's how it sits when it's just not being played with. But so when it's just sitting there on the ground, the weight is sitting down on the lower part of the container, and it triggers the bottom sensors, giving a reading of an upwards acceleration of 9.8 meters squared per second. Okay. So that's basically what weight is, it's like this acceleration that's coming from underneath you. That's what the accelerometer is trying to tell you. So it's like, that's what the thing is telling you. I mean, you can try to come up with an excuse for why that is. I've been working at it for a while. I can't debunk it. There's no debunking it. I mean, it's a basic like tool. I mean, it makes perfect sense. I haven't heard anyone explain their way out of this one yet. That's why I became an uprising earther, because I'm like, well, fuck, it seems pretty ridiculous, but it makes sense. I just don't know what to say. I don't know how to debunk it. Once I figured out how an accelerometer works, I'm like, oh, that's pretty basic. I get it. So that's ridiculous. So, but really, if you think hard about this, if it's accelerating towards the ground, that thing should give you an acceleration reading. There's no reason why it shouldn't. Contact force or not, I don't think that's even the point. It's supposed to be accelerating, which would cause the accelerometer to give a reading, but it doesn't. It's the only time it doesn't, and I understand why. It's because it's not. It's at rest finally. There's nothing acting. It's finally at rest. Inertia. It's like it's apparent motion. It's being left behind. kind of a tough pill to swallow. I'm gonna go get a cigarette. But the reason I talk about this is because basically that's what the globe model relies on. I mean, that's what it all comes down to, is like gravity. And the only way they have to prove this alleged gravity, which they, as far as why gravity happens, it's like an emergent force, it's a fictitious force they call it. It's like it all comes down to that, because really here's what we're supposed to believe, that we're living on a ball-shaped realm. We live on the outside of a ball-shaped realm. And this is all possible because of the ball-shaped realm, with the caveat of no matter where we go on the ball-shaped realm, all of us all at the same time, we'll always be experiencing a planar realm. Like we never experience living on a ball. None of us are upside down or sideways from each other as far as we experience it. We would never know. So that's the caveat. All right, you live on a ball, but it's never really going to feel like a ball. Okay, and this is all possible because of this fictitious force. It's an emergent property, whatever, from mass becoming so big that it warps space and time. And it's like these ideas that are totally impossible to prove. But you need to have some reason for why this is happening, because really it's reverse physics. They tell us that there's this alleged emergent property that starts to happen when mass gets big, or I don't know, it starts to pull things towards the center and turn it to lava if there's enough mass. Fucking ridiculous. This is all happening because there's this 9.8 meters squared per second force of gravity that's pulling you and holding you to the outside of this ball, and somehow manages to deal with the orientation and everything. Because I mean, even if it's pulling you to the outside of a ball, you still have to. What's that's what straightens out the whole thing with the orientation. I mean, it's really weird. It doesn't really. It's really weird that's what would happen. We all feel oriented upright, but even though we're not oriented upright from where each other stand, in reference to each other, it's a pretty slippery thing to try to really wrap your mind around. But so whatever, you have to be indoctrinated from like 5 years old on to believe in it. But once you actually finally start wanting to prove it, you realize, okay, well, the only way they have to prove gravity is this downward acceleration that they say is happening, that we can see observably is happening. And so it's like, okay, great, so that proves it, huh? Well, not necessarily. If we really were to think about it, we'd have to figure out how to measure that, empirically measure that acceleration with like a repeatable empirical measurement, where it's like you're actually measuring something, with a tool that measures things, like a yardstick, or like a breathalyzer, or just things that measure things, right? Where it's like it's definitely being measured as far as the best of our ability and our understanding and logic and whatever. So the only way we have to measure acceleration is this accelerometer. When you're in a car and you're driving, this speedometer is it's attached to, it's just measuring rotations on your wheels. It's not you don't need an accelerometer in a vehicle, because your wheels are making contact, so it can gauge how fast you're going based on how fast your wheels are turning. But when you're just moving through the air and there's no friction, there's nothing connected to the earth, how are you going to measure acceleration now? Just over distance and time? Well, that's more of like an estimation. That's not actually an empirical measurement, because there's too many variables that can come into play, like wind resistance and air currents and fucking, just topography and just basic, maybe bad time. There's so many things about that it doesn't make it an empirical measurement. Time over distance is an empirical measurement. You have to actually measure acceleration somehow with a device. How are you going to do it? Like through the air, how would you do it? Well, you'd have to have some tool that can show you when it's being accelerated. You got to think of this, and so what's going to work, What tool can tell you when it's being pushed? Well, the accelerometer, like I explained, is a pretty clever tool, because it works fine, and the logic behind it is so basic. It's like we all know what happens. It's basic physics. When something's accelerating, a reference frame, whether it be a little container or a car, or whatever it is, if there's an accelerating working forces acting on a reference frame, anything dense and within that reference frame will be left behind. And it's got inertia, so it's going to push into the direction that the force is accelerating it from. And so the weight that's surrounded by sensors, and so it triggers these little sensors when the weight pushes into it. It's really a brilliant design. It's simple but brilliant. It's not going to fail you. It's always going to tell you when it's being accelerated. And so when there's a force that's acting on it, it's always going to tell you that. But for some reason, when we're watching it accelerate towards the Earth, it wants to tell you that it's not accelerating. And the only explanation for that is that the Earth is actually accelerating up to meet it. As far as what, unless someone can come up with a better explanation, I can't. It's crazy, but I can't. Because if it isn't accelerating, that means it's just got inertia. It's just being left behind. And from what I know about physics, I mean, really, it's like things that are dense, they're pushed in the direction that the acceleration is, the force is acting on it from. Like if you pushed the reference frame, like when you're in your car and you step on the gas, you're pushed into your seat because the force is pushing you from behind you. Anything buoyant in the car will go in the other direction because it's lighter than air, so everything in the car is more dense than it, so it'll be pushed in the direction that the force is going. Like a helium balloon in your car, when you step on the gas, it's going to be pushed towards the windshield while you're pushed into your seat. That's because of density and buoyancy. That's caused by an acceleration. In the car, you're like going somewhere, there's a force acting on you, and it's an immediate, intuitive, reaction to acceleration. It's what happens every time. Everything organizes accordingly. There's a pressure and density gradient that forms immediately whenever there's a working force acting on a reference frame. Okay, so just take that example of your car and just turn it like this, where the back of the car is the ground and the windshield is the sky. Now, when you're in your car, you're like pushed against the seat, which would be the ground, and there's a force acting on you from behind, pushing you forward. And then when you're in your car, the balloon was going towards the windshield when you were driving, because it's lighter than air and everything in that car is moving. The balloon's actually got real motion because it's being pushed by everything. Whereas you have apparent motion. You're being pushed into your seat. You're being left behind. You have inertia. The balloon has true motion. It's going in that direction. But if you turn the whole example sideways like this, with the ground being the back of your seat and the sky being the windshield, you're held against the ground and the balloon is going up towards the windshield. That's the same thing. It's a situation where there's a pressure density gradient that's being created because of an acceleration that's acting on a reference frame. That's exactly how it's. I mean, it all makes perfect sense. It's just that, the implications are a bit difficult to swallow. Because it's just like, well, how is that happening, or where are we going? It's more about I don't think life is a simulation, but I think whatever God had to do to create the situation that we're in, to make this manifest how it is right now, how we're experiencing it, out of just nothing. It's like zero-dimensional reality. I mean, there's a lot of things that would have to happen in order to make a density pressure gradient where we can exist on the stationary level planar realm, and be oriented upright. All these things that we take for granted, there are certain conditions that would have to create that situation, and that's where God, I mean, it's just like tracing this shit all the way back. What did God have to do to set the orientation here? Well, he made like an infinite reference frame in an infinite array of nothing that's just going to move upwards for eternity. There's no end. I have no idea, dude. I don't know. I mean, any story that you come up with, like when you can demonstrate what you're actually saying, is going to be better than what we've been taught, because you can't even demonstrate the 9.8 meters squared per second towards the Earth. The only tool that we have that's effective at measuring acceleration tells you that's not even happening. So basically, I can demonstrate what I'm saying, and they can't. So that's why it makes me laugh. I was listening to Mick Toon last night. He was on the Worldwide Debate channel. He was just giving his typical, condescending, I just debunked, I just tore flat earth a new hole, he was all like cocky, and I'm just like, dude, I wanted to go on so bad and just give him a good talking to. But he's gonna laugh, oh, there's no acceleration happening. Well, it's like I'd rather make the argument from a position where I can actually demonstrate what I'm saying versus having to believe, you know. Science isn't about believing. Religion is. I gotta get a drink. I'll be right back. Thank you, Jeff. You're so cool. I'm gonna burn down your steering already. Yeah, that's so. Oh, I love it. Nice work. Just look how even it is. Now nobody will fall on it. What's up, water the tree? I love you, baby. I know. I was thinking that too. What you got to say here? Reminds me of some of the guts of those devices, accelerometer. They are called pendulous vanes, put in there by the plane manufacturing caliper. Oh yeah, yeah, right. That shit's all bullshit. The way I explained accelerometer is how it works. I mean, there's different ways to do it with, a device, but that's just how that's the concept. It's basic. It's just physics. If you wanted to measure when something's being moved, you're going to have some kind of sensory input, and then something that's going to be acting on that when it gets moved. And so it's pretty easy to figure out how you would make an accelerometer, whether it be a small, like, really intricate, complex, device, because, you got to have them in cell phones, and they're really small. And I don't know how you would go about making one of those, but it's the same concept. It wasn't until I learned about accelerometers until I finally realized, I'm like, oh, there's something here. This actually, I can't debunk this. Like, I tried really hard. It took me like half a year before I finally just gave up and said, you know what? I can't debunk this, and man, I can't think of a better explanation. As crazy as it sounds, but that's just. I'm like, well, that was fun. 10 years, and I'm finally just like, wow, okay, the Earth is moving up. I remember laughing at that for a long time. I thought that was the funniest idea, but it explains our reality. If you want to, if you want to give it, it's demonstrable. That's the thing. You can demonstrate a pressure density gradient being formed by an acceleration happening on a reference frame. You can demonstrate what we experience here by using an acceleration pushing on a reference frame, accelerating it. And in that case, it would be accelerating us from underneath us. That's what gives us our weight. If you got into an elevator and the floor of the elevator was a scale, you would see your weight and it would register, and you see like a reading on the wall or something. You're like, okay, I weigh this much. That's how much I weigh. And the elevator starts to jam you, accelerate you upwards really fast, and just keeps doing it, like indefinitely. You're like, whoa, and you're being pushed into the scale harder than you were when you first walked in. When your normal weight was pushing on it. Now you're being accelerated really fast up into the sky, and it hasn't stopped. It keeps going. You're pushing on that scale harder now and consistently. So now you look at your weight, and you weigh more than you did before. And if it kept accelerating you like that, perfectly, whatever, that would be your new weight. That's how much you're pushing on the ground now. So you would have a new weight, and you'd be accelerating up really fast, faster than you were before. So you'd have a new weight. You know what I mean? It's just another way of thinking about it. I mean, it's obviously like impossible to make an elevator that does that, but that's just a thought exercise to try to understand where I'm coming from with this. Because it is pretty abstract. It seems abstract. But, in the interest of the flat earth conversation, I really find it to be kind of like the lynch point, like the linchpin or whatever. It's like, because you end up in a situation where you're going to have to make this outrageous claim, but you can demonstrate your claim, whereas they have no way of proving theirs. So pretty much, they end up having to eat shit at that point. In my opinion, you won the argument. Because if yours can be demonstrated and theirs can't, then that's how science works, you know. You find the better working idea and you go with that, one that can be demonstrated. If it disagrees with experiment, and in fact, if it's being explained to us as the complete opposite of what's really going on, that's pseudoscience, or at best, probably more likely just a straight up deception, inversion. I mean, I gotta say, in this case, it's probably not. It didn't start as a deception necessarily, because it's pretty much what we witness. We think there's things that when their weight's not being supported, it's gonna fall until it hits the ground. We're not thinking of it the other way around because we're in this reference frame. So it's what God had to do to make this place the way it is. So we can experience this stationary plane that we live on. You never take that for granted. It's what we live on. I remember thinking, it's like, how can people think the Earth is flat and not in space? Well, that's because that's what they're experiencing. People that just simplified their lives, turned off the TV, went outside and said, okay, what am I experiencing? I'm just going to go with that, because I don't trust the government. And, I'm not going to go to space anytime in my life. That's what it looks like. None of us do, So few people have actually witnessed the globe with their eyes. Think about it. They say they can't even see the curvature of Earth from the space station, even though all their videos show it. It's all fisheye. I don't know how they explain their way around that, because I've heard somebody say that. One of these fucking astronauts, or I don't know who it was, I saw that said that, but you can't even see the curvature from the elevation of the space station. So it's like, really the only people that have ever seen the globe Earth in all its glory would be the people that went to the moon, allegedly, which I don't believe. There's 12 people back in the 70s that went, and then there's these 4 clowns that went recently around the moon. So that's fucking, what, like 15 people, 16 people that have seen out of how many billions of people they say there are. It's like, there's like just this fraction, it's like 16 people have seen it with their own eyes, and they're all sketchy people that lie, and they're Freemasons, and they fucking do weird, sketchy, you know, hoaxes for the world, and it's like we can pretty much bust their efforts because they always make mistakes. There's things that don't add up, basically. Like, basically, they say that space is a vacuum, a near vacuum, and that means anything pressurized that would enter into that realm would meet its end. I mean, it's like it would have to be so strong. I don't think we make anything that strong. A vacuum will destroy something that's pressurized. A man in his little spacesuit, I don't care what it's made out of. We don't have the ability to make something that can withstand the vacuum that what they say is the moon. It's not. No. I mean, I don't know why there's more people that don't just push back on that, because it's it's obviously not real. And like that's why you don't see any space astronauts like doing any legitimate like testing of spacesuits in vacuum chambers here on Earth, because it's so dangerous. Nobody would ever really do that. Nobody would ever get on top of a rocket. I mean, those things blow up sometimes. They have their, uh, unscheduled disassembly. It's an unscheduled disassembly. Also, it's easier to fool those Astros, and they believe they went to the moon. The rest of the world believes them. That is a NASA strategy, in my belief. Pharmaceuticals, in my. You think they actually think they went? That's possible. Hypnotism, some kind of reverse hypnotism. I don't know how you would do that, but implanting memories in people's heads. Dude, that guy, Chuck, or whatever his name, the guy that, what's his name? Um, Bart Sibrel was on the Podcasters channel this past year. They had an actual guy that walked on the moon from the 70s, claims to, Chuck or Chuck Duke or something like that. And then they had Bart Sibrel, the guy that made the movie, the funny thing happened on the way to the moon, where he pretty much blows the whole thing out of the water and just makes it look really sketchy at best. I mean, pretty much if you watch that movie and then you do your own investigation after that and just think about it long and hard, I mean, you pretty much have a hard time believing it after that. And so they had Bart Sibrel and this astronaut that walked on the moon in the same room together. And the guy's pretty old, not Bart, but the other guy. And he's like, dude, he looks like such a fool. I mean, he just kept like, wait, you don't think we went to the moon? And it's like, dude, how did you get this far into the interview and you're just now saying that? I mean, you're saying the dumbest shit where it just, obviously he was pretty clueless. And like, I don't know if he's just plain dumb, but he didn't strike me as being someone that was like, that had it going on. He's like kind of losing his mind, it seemed a little bit. Probably has dementia or something. They probably paid him a bunch of money to go do that interview. It was more like a debate or whatever. Like, but all that happened was Bart Sibrel just pretty much just made it look so ridiculous and pointed out all the inconsistencies and logical flaws and just proof of the hoax basically. And this guy just didn't have any answer for any of the stuff that Bart was saying. He just, well, you don't think we went? We went. We brought back moon rocks. And he didn't try to rebut anything that he said. He didn't even approach any of the arguments. And he kept acting like, oh wait, you don't think we... He had to say that a few times, like he wasn't even present in the conversations. He's just too old, but like he still wants to defend the fact that he went. But he's unable to address all the arguments that Bart was making. And I noticed during that interview, and this is something I wonder why they don't spend more time talking about, or just there isn't more people talking about it. Because he said when they departed from the fourth stage, after they were, like right when they're ready to leave Earth and go to the moon, after orbiting the Earth or whatever, they have these stages on the rocket. Each stage has a certain amount of fuel and rocket tech or whatever in it, and where it's like they release the stage after it's gotten them the furthest up. It's each stage of the rocket is a boost, and so it just boosts them up, and they release that stage, second stage, boom, and it goes up and release that stage, and there's however many stages of the rocket. Each stage has a boost in it. They're pushing them further into space, getting more momentum going. And so he said after, I think it's 4 stages on the Saturn V, he said after we released the fourth stage, which was our last stage, the LIM, the lunar module that they had to land on the moon with, was inside the fourth stage. So they got the last boost they have, right? Fourth stage, separate. The LIM is inside of it. This is part of the plan. That's how they did it. The lunar module is inside the fourth stage that they just separated from after getting their last boost, That's the last boost they're going to have to get all the way to the moon. The LIM is in the fourth stage, he says. They separated from it. He said they had to make a U-turn and go grab the LIM out of the fourth stage and then head off to the moon. But so it's like, dude, it's like fucking, this is like, it's like, Coyote and Roadrunner type fucking shit. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Like they had to get their Acme rocket, they got their last boost. Now they got to make a U-turn real quick and go get the LIM out of the thing that they separated from. There's no, I mean, that is so off the deep end crazy. I mean, it's so impossible to believe. How do you make a U-turn? You just lost all the momentum from all 4 stages. Now you're going to turn around real quick and get the LIM out of the last stage that you just jettisoned. Like, what the fuck, dude? Make some sense of that, please. It doesn't make any sense. And they had to go get the LIM off the 4th stage that they'd already separated from after it gave them their last boost. You're going to make a U-turn and go get the LIM? He said that live on TV, and nobody even really got it. They didn't even pick up on like how ridiculous that is. And I've heard other people mention it in passing, and I'm just like, dude, that's not something that is possible or that makes sense, because you would lose your momentum, right? Wouldn't you? I mean, if you had to make a U-turn. I was thinking the only way you could explain that, I've thought about this long and hard. It's like maybe they just switched the orientation of the rocket. They spun around so the back was facing toward, and they had the nose going the other way. And then somehow, but even then it doesn't make sense, because once you jettison something, it's getting left behind, and you're still got all that momentum that the stages were giving you. So it's going, and now you're going to have to go catch back up with it and get the LIM out of it. I mean, what are we supposed to think? They were still in orbit, and then they got it the next time around or something? I mean, maybe, but that still is just so weird and crazy. Doesn't make any sense, right? Am I right? Too risky. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, how would you even... That was the plan? They had to go and retrieve the LIM out of the fucking 4th stage after they separated from it? That's crazy talk. See, and it just makes me think, man, this is such a clown show. People don't even notice this shit when they get... So, like, I haven't heard anybody elaborate on that. That's all I know, is that's what the astronaut said, and I've heard somebody else talk about how... And they showed some pictures of him doing it. But the logic is lost on me. I don't understand how that's even possible, or why you would plan it like that. It just really gets my goat, I tell you. I hate when things don't make sense. had to get another couple jabs to keep his dumb job at the snack shack. After that, Jack lost track of how many jabs he got. That's whack. Oh, Jack, that jab, that's a fact. Jack, imagine that, that's whack. That's a fact. Jack, imagine that. Jack, imagine that, that's whack. You shouldn't have done that. Jack, that's whack. You shouldn't have done that. Jack, imagine that, that's whack. You shouldn't have done that. Jack, that's whack. Ooh, you shouldn't have done that. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack not avoid that brick. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack that fucking sick. Jack, that's whack. Jack, that's whack. Jack, that's whack. Jack, that's whack. That's whack on Jack. Imagine that. Ooh, you shouldn't have done that. Oh, Jack, imagine that. That's whack. You shouldn't have done that. Jack, that's whack. Shouldn't have done that. That's whack. Shouldn't have done that. Jack, that's whack. Shouldn't have done that. Jack, imagine you shouldn't have done that. Jack had to get a couple jabs to get his job back. Jack had to get another couple jabs to keep his dumb job at the snack shack. After that, Jack lost track of how many jabs he got. That's whack. That's whack. Why did you do that? Jack, that's whack. Imagine that. Did you get your job back, Jack? Did you get your job back, Jack? Oh, Jack. Imagine that. Oh! Did you get your job back, Jack? Jack, that's whack. Jack, that's whack. Did you get your job back? Imagine that. That's whack. Oh, Jack, imagine that. You shouldn't have done that. Jack, that's whack. Imagine that. That's whack. Did you get your job back? Jack, that's whack. Oh, Jack, you had yourself a heart attack from all those jabs that you got. And now your job says you can't come back. That's whack. Oh, Jack. Can't believe that crap. Yes. Everybody wants to have a little peace. Everybody needs to sometimes. Everybody wants to be part of the feast before they die. Before they die. And everybody's gonna die.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. All 6 of you.
You're gonna die.
We are all going to die. So.
We got a good onion garden going, babe.
I really like that one.
You like it?
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna die.
I like that one a lot.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a pretty catchy little number.
Mm-hmm.
And it's happy.
It's like a bunch of channels, you know. But it's,
Oh, you're talking about the painting?
Yeah, the
Oh, I
painting.
thought you were talking about the song.
Oh, the song I like too.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that goes with the song.
Sure, why not?
Absolutely.
You can.
Except for the whistling part. That's not on there.
No, well, I mean, with both of us whistling, that was like some epic
Yeah,
shit.
that was actually awesome.
You gotta admit that shit. You gotta do my 5G song with me. Or my palindrome. Maybe might be the best guess for what it's worth. For which its worth is measured. It is how sure we are. And are we sure how is it measured? Is worth is which for? Worth is what for? Guess best to be might maybe. Be might maybe. Maybe might be the best guess for what it's worth. For which its worth is measured. It is how sure we are. And are we sure how is it measured? Is worth it's which for, worth it's what for. Guess best
cool.
to be might maybe might be the best guess for what it's worth. Worth is measured, it is how sure we are, and are we sure how is it measured? Is worth it's which for, worth it's what for. Guess best to be might maybe. That's cool, huh?
Yeah. Did you make it?
No.
Find it?
I wish I could say I did.
It's really
That was
cool.
Brittany's grandpa made a bunch of birdhouses.
Wow.
It's inspiring though. It makes me want to make
It's
one.
really cool. I want to build a house that looks like that.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah. When I was in Portland, there were farms that looked that I stayed in.
Yeah, they're like it looks like it's aerodynamic.
Really cool. Yeah, the wind, you know.
Yeah, windswept house.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping a bird would move in, but no birds have moved in.
I made some birdhouses and had a couple of birds move into them.
Hey, Tommy.
And I was pretty proud. You know,
Yeah, I would be proud if I had some birds moving in.
Yeah. These two beautiful little couple, you know. Birds mate for
That's
life.
that's really cute. Yeah, I know. I love birds.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah. And then my cat would kill one of them. I'm like, you
Oh.
home wrecker.
Oh yeah,
You
that
know?
would make me angry.
Oh. But
I hate when my cats kill birds. That pisses me off.
Yeah, my cat's my cat though. I couldn't stop her. She'd be in the garden like sitting there, bird would fly by, and she'd be in the garden, she'd spring up in the air, like this high.
Careful with
Going and she'd jump up and snatch some bird. I mean, she's amazing. I
Yeah,
mean,
cats have some reach.
unbelievable. And just like snag some bird out of the sky. I was like, oh my God, is that how you guys get them?
Yeah.
She's like, I worked for this.
Yeah, the weight-
Don't,
the
don't
weight-
take this from me, because I always go around like, I'm letting this bird go.
Yeah, they'll wait. They'll sit there just patiently waiting for the right opportunity
Yeah.
and wait for the birds to just get comfortable and they'll be totally still.
Man, the bird forgets the cat's there.
Yeah.
Mistake.
Snake is a killer in the garden.
Vicious killer. I always, if I saw my cat had a bird, I'd
Make myself No, I'm just over here. So I'm going to.
Oh, I see.
Gonna bring me sweet and sleepy on the way back home. It's a far gone lullaby some many years ago. In my time, mama, many worlds I've come since I first left home. That's it. Going home by the waterside. I will lay my bones, listen to the river sing sweet songs. Mama, mama, many worlds.
Oh, yeah.
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 Whatever.
We'll get it right.
Yeah, so what's the next verse? Oh yeah, I'm gonna plant and weeping below by the bank's green edge. Grow, grow, grow. Sings a lullaby beside the water. Lovers come and go. Fare you well, I love you more than words can tell. Listen to the river sing sweet songs. Fare you well, fare you well, I love you more than words can tell. Listen to the river sing sweet songs to rock my soul. Listen to the river sing sweet songs to rock my soul. Listen to the river sing sweet songs to rock my soul. That's right.
There you go, Daddy.
That's beautiful. That's good. That's good.
All right,
That's what I wanted from you.
Huh?
That's what I wanted from you.
Is that what you wanted from me? You just punched me from your harmony.
He's got me figured.
All right, but that's the way you have it. I don't want to see you walking my steps then.
Alright. Driving me nuts. I like that joke. What? The bartender comes into the, or no, the dude, pirate comes into the bar with a steering wheel right in his zipper. Like this, for his boat, you like the steering wheel. And everyone's like, whoa, and the bartender's like, so what's up with your steering wheel right there, you know? He's like, I don't know, but it's driving me nuts. I got a lot of dad jokes. I told a good one the other day. What was it? I don't remember. What did Yoko say when John Lennon died? Oh no. Question were harder to find. And never wanna rise if I can feel nothing creeping up into my mind. I feel it creeping up into my mind. I feel it creeping up into my mind. I feel it creeping and take the time, but there's no such thing as coincidence. It's just easier for you to dismiss that way. But maybe it was meant to be. Well, I'll just have to wait and see. Happily ever after. Once upon a time, there was nothing to worry your mind. Nothing to concern you, nothing to keep you awake at night. Happily ever after. Once upon a time, there was nothing to worry your mind. Nothing to concern you, nothing to keep you awake at night. Happily ever after. Once upon a time, there was nothing to worry your mind. Nothing to concern you, nothing to keep you awake at night. Once upon a time, nothing to worry your mind. I'm running behind. I'm running behind. I'm still running. I'm still running. Run, Forrest, run. Stop, Forrest, stop. My name is Forrest Gump. That's my real name. Well, Gump isn't my real name, but might as well be. My name is Forrest, but it's not Gump. But that's how I have to introduce myself. Because if you beat people to the joke, then they don't tell the joke, you know? Because you beat them to it. There's no point. Now the joke wouldn't be funny if they said it. It'd be stupid. There'd be no reason. You already beat them to it, you know? So you don't stand to lose any ground in that interaction. Because for years I had to put up with, oh, your name's Forrest? Hey, run, Forrest! You know, I'm like, oh, thanks for talking to me like I'm a retard. Nice to meet you. That really is my name. And you're so funny. It's just really, what a good one. How'd you think of that? You're quick on your feet, man. You're so quick on your feet. Unlike me, Forrest Gump. Got a bullet in my bum. Hey, he's back without a guitar.
You see my pizza?
Yeah, I got it. It's on the shelf there. You know what I'm talking about? I believe so, sir. There's nothing to worry your mind. It goes like this. This is another song I want to play. I was like in my mind talking to myself. This song I want to play. It's like, I don't make waves, I ride them. We got in a conversation in a chat last week. I was talking to like Lowry. It's not there?
Where is it?
It is what it is unless it isn't. Then it ain't. I don't make waves, where she goes? I don't make waves, I ride them. I get inside them, I let them guide me in. I don't know where these waves begin, but I know where they will end. Oh, I just wanna ride them, I just get inside them and let them guide me in. Oh, it can take a toll on your soul when you got nowhere to go, and there's nothing fun left to do. I know there's only so far you can go before these waves are catching up with you. Out there on that horizon, I can see those waves coming in. Get inside the pipeline, it's a straight line every single time. I don't make waves, I ride them. Get inside them, let them guide me in. I don't know where these waves begin. I know where they will end. Isn't this cool? I love this cactus collection.
It's amazing.
Been working on it for a while.
Yeah.
Some of them are
I got a
rare.
cactus collection, but I mean, I've got like, 4 cactuses, you know.
Yeah.
You know, they flowered a couple years ago. I was like, woohoo!
We got a lot more than this too. They're just scattered around. We got a monkey tail over there next to where she's sitting.
Oh, wow.
Really nice. It's big. I want the silver torch to bloom. We got this a while ago. It was only a third of that.
Oh, wow, really?
And it hasn't given us a flower yet, but they have really pretty, like bright pink flowers.
Wow. It's really beautiful.
Yeah. And this cactus right here, this big one, it's a euphorbia. They're kind of cactus that are different. It's called a euphorbia, but that one is like just a little teeny when we got it, and it's like fucking, it's like a tree.
Fucking happy.
You pay like $200 to $300 for a cactus that size in the store.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll bet. That one's healthy too. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really pretty. And the Don Pedro right behind it, that's also a nice one. The tall one there.
Yeah. Wow, man.
I like when they get big, like the barrel cactus
here.
here.
I'm going to start working on my cactus collection.
Yeah, it's fun, huh? They're really kind of addictive. Like I ripped this one off of a cactus in the park, and it's been growing. The brain, I love it.
It's really a terrific kind of brain cactus, you know?
It's a brain cactus, yeah.
It looks like a caterpillar or something.
Yeah, it does, huh?
Yeah. Or maybe a bear took it turned green.
Or something. It does look funky. I call it my brain. That's my brain cactus right there.
This is your brain. This is your brain on cactus.
This is your brain on.
Any questions?
This is your brain on drugs.
I had a girlfriend.
We're winning.
I had a girlfriend tell me that.
You like a cactus.
What do you mean I'm like cactus?
Every time I try to get close to you, I get the thorns.
Well, maybe you weren't such a bitch.
Maybe I'd bloom for you.
Maybe you gotta blow me some more. Shut up, you know?
Sometimes you gotta feed your cactus for them to bloom.
Right, exactly. Yeah. You can't just go walk up and cut the thorns off. It don't work like that.
No, you need the thorns. We're winning.
Yeah, I gotta go.
You're winning.
I'm dead tired.
No, I bet. Yeah. Nice work. I'm gonna show off your work in my shadow.
I'm gonna get a couple of things cut tomorrow.
Look what my buddy did. He built these stairs today. He ripped out our old uneven stairs that were all rotten and shit, and he put these in. He's done. The day's not even done yet, and I'm expecting him to play guitar with me. Look at that, though. That's awesome. Nice work, bro. Good. Great. I'm gonna call you the stair master from now on. That's cool, man. You'll be back, right?
Yeah.
Solo part. Just give me a day or two. I'll be right as rain. Ready to take on the world, fight that old fight again. Just give me a day or two. The cactuses, yeah, they're cool. They live a long time. I've been noticing in my neighborhood where I live now. It's the same neighborhood that I grew up in when I was a kid. And I walk around and look at all the trees that I used to look at when I was a little kid. All the redwood trees and shit. We're talking like 40 years ago, you know. I was really familiar with this area. As a kid, I made forts and I'd hike around everywhere. I knew all the trees. I've always loved trees. My name's Forrest. So I live into my name. So the trees that I used to play around when I was a kid, they got 40 rings on them, you know, I mean, since I was a kid. And a ring is like, you know, but 40 rings is like, you know, like that. And then it's like around the whole tree. These trees are bigger, is what I'm saying. I walk around and I'm like, damn, that redwood got fucking big. I mean, they're big. It's like within my lifetime, I've seen them grow big. Sometimes there's a lot of space between a ring, you know, like 40 rings can be like a pretty good, you know, so when you wrap it all the way around a tree, like a tree that size will be like, they're bigger than they used to be, is all I'm saying. It's neat. The redwoods, I mean, like some of these old growth redwoods that are in my area, like you have to go to certain parks, like Big Basin or a Henry Cowell. They have trees that are like 1,000+ years old. I mean, you can see like some of them that have died where they have cross sections of them. They have one that's hanging up on the entrance where you can look at all the rings, and it shows you they've counted through all the rings, and they show you like points in history where it's like, you know, Jesus was born here like 2,000 years ago. It's like, damn, that fucking tree's that old. Fucking insane. They have like, you know, all the different things that have happened throughout history, like what this tree was, how big it was at that point in time. They live forever until something kills them. But even then, it's like you cut the tree down, it's still alive. It's gonna grow again. You have to like uproot them and like starve them, you know, for them to die, or like something has to infect. Like sometimes they get like a root fungus or something that'll cut off their ability to absorb water, and they'll just die or they'll rot. Sometimes different types of ailments can happen to them, but they don't have a lifespan. Is what I'm saying. Trees will just live forever. Fucking wild. It's like, well, how old? What's the lifespan of a redwood tree? There isn't one. They just live until people kill them. It's about the only problem a redwood tree ever has faced. I mean, sometimes lightning, you know, but that won't even kill them. Sometimes if it burns all the way down into the roots and there's no water to, you know, it can kill a tree, but it's not. It doesn't happen often. Trees will live forever if you just leave them alone. So what I'm saying is, you can imagine how big the trees were in an environment that had never been fucked with for like hundreds of years. You know, I mean, we talk about old big trees. You know, I definitely believe it's true. Like the big ones that were here still, you know, got cut down. You know, we even have pictures of them. They were fucking big. You know, but you can imagine that there were bigger ones, way bigger. Oranges were green, so there was no color orange. You know, if the light turns red while you're going through, it's like you just missed the yellow light, but you still go. You know, we call that running an orange light. That was a pretty orange light you just ran through. It was like bright orange. Oh, 5, it's yes. pirates, yes, they rob I. Sold I to the merchant ship. Sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. But my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. Great from this generation, triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? Is all I ever had. Redemption song, all I ever had. These songs of freedom. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? How long? Some say it's just part of the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? All I ever had. These redemption songs, these songs of freedom, it's all I ever had. Emancipate yourself from anti-slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds.
Songs of freedom.
Have no fear for atomic energy. We can't stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it, and we got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing?
Found this under the steps?
Yeah, it's pretty old, huh?
What is it? Old?
What is it?
Old Quaker.
Old Quaker and whiskey?
Yeah, whiskey. It's got a picture of Quaker on there all.
Yeah, man, that might be worth some money. Old Quaker, this, that's
Old
still whiskey?
Quaker whiskey.
Quaker whiskey.
I love it. When I drink whiskey, I drink Old Quaker.
I drink me that oat whiskey. Quaker oat whiskey.
Quaker. Right.
You ever drink some
That's
oat
just
whiskey?
how I want to end up.
Oats and grain. So I want to end up a picture on the
Being
bottom.
an old, yeah, an old
Old
Quaker.
fucking Quaker.
Big fat belly, dick that don't work.
Big pink nose.
Big pink nose, drinking all the time. And then you're dead.
And then you die.
All right. Ah, fuck, man. Well, it's Friday night, so.
Oh, it is Friday night, huh? We should go play downtown one of these nights.
Yeah, these days. I may be back. I just got to get the lumber I need for tomorrow.
Okay.
And, it doesn't matter where I crash. I'm going to crash here.
Yeah, man.
See you up.
That's
Maybe
all
go
good,
down and
yeah.
come back.
I'll be up till about midnight usually.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I need to put some music. I haven't played music yet today.
Yeah, man. I'm fucking digging or jamming lately. It's been really good.
Yeah.
And yesterday was really good. I listened back to it. I'm like, man, that sounds good.
Yeah,
It's starting to get our bearings back, you know.
Yeah.
Took a minute, but we're
Yeah,
there.
it'll get better. What is that?
Absolutely.
There's an aeroplane flying low. CIA, don't you
That's a weird scenery right there. It looks
know?
fake. All right, man. Look at this view right here. It looks kind of fake to me. I don't know why. The sky looks fake. Actually, well, the clouds look more real than they've looked in a while, but it's such a weird backdrop right there. It looks, the birds flying through. It's like we live in a terrarium. Sovereign Soul Chained on Mine's coming on in 30 minutes. I guess I might end my show here in 30 minutes. I pulled into Nazareth. was feeling about half past dead. Just wanna find a place I can lay my head. Hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? He just grinned and shook his head. No, was all he said. Yeah, take a load off Annie. Take a load. Take a load. You put the load on me. You put the load on me. Pick up my bags, ran up for a place to hide. I saw Carmen and the devil walking side to side. Said, hey there, Carmen, come on, let's go downtown. He said, I got to go, but my friend can't stick around. Hey, take a load, my friend. Take a load for free. Take a load off Annie. You put the load on. It's just old Luke, just waiting on the judgment day. That's seven minutes. What about Miss Emily? Said, well, do me a favor, boy. Stay keep Ellie company. Take a load off land. Take a load for free. Take a load off land. Put the load on me. Put the load on me. Crazy Chester followed me. He caught me in the bog. He said, I'll fix you right if you just take Jack, my dog. I said, wait a minute, Chester. You know I'm a peaceful man. He said, that's okay, boy, just feed him when you can. Yeah, take a load off Annie. Take a load for free. Take a load off Annie. You put the load on me. You put the load on me. Gonna catch a cannonball, take me down the line. My bag is sinking, and I do believe it's time to get back to Miss Annie. You know she's the only one who sent me here with her regards to everyone. Take a load off Annie, load for free. Take a load off Annie. You put that fucking load. You put that fucking load on. Put that load on. Get that load down. Get that. Keep it on the download. Keep that shit on the download. Everybody got the download. Now they're just down. You're down with the download. Getting down with the download. Keep it on the download. Keep it on the download. Getting down with the download. Everybody's doing the same thing. It's fucking lame. Everybody's doing the same lame thing. It's down with the download. Are you down with the download? You get the download yet? You're all set. Get the download. Everybody's getting down with the download. Everybody getting down with the download. They get the download. Then they're doing that thing. Get the download. Fucking brainwashing your mind. They got that 5G enterprise. It's aimed right at your skull. You're gonna go and do whatever they want you to go do. They got you like a little remote control human. Remote control people. That's what they've always wanted. We've always wanted to remote control people. It's gonna be fun. I think that's gonna be kind of tricky. I mean, talk about micromanaging. It's like, you fucking own nothing and you'll be happy. We're gonna take everything from you and brainwash you. Like when someone tells you that you're gonna own nothing and be happy, what they're saying is, we're gonna steal everything from you and brainwash you. Oh, it sounds like fun. That's where'd you come up with this idea? I didn't know you were conspiring against me. That's interesting. It seems sort of criminal. Conspiring to steal from me and brainwash me, that's pretty criminal. That's criminal conspiracy. How do you know I'm going to own nothing and be happy? What, are you predicting the future? How do you not know that I already own nothing and I'm happy? Like, why don't you just stay out of my business? Why don't you go worry about what you're going to own and how you're going to feel about it? I'll tell you what, they're going to own everything and they still won't be happy. I mean, can the picture be painted any more clear? Welcome to the meeting of the unelected leaders of the world as you know it today. These dirtbags really have a lot of nothing to say. Well, I think they're pretty clever, but I've never been enlightened whatsoever by a word they say. I can tell a pathological liar from a mile away. They got young global looters, snipers and shooters, computers that can do your job, led by an old geezer with a mouthful of marbles named Klaus Schwab. They want to take it all and leave us with nothing and tell us how to feel about it too. I don't think I ever seen a more greedy bunch of Zionist Jews. Got their social engineering, financial racketeering, the steering the world, fearing that everything's gonna end. Now, what are they trying to do now? Where are they trying to steer the public opinion now? It's like data centers are no big deal. It's like farmers use more water than data centers do. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, those fucking farmers. Yeah, but they're making food, and data centers are doing what now? What is it again? What was the perk we're supposed to be enjoying here with all this? Can you imagine if it was really, I mean, I don't know if you guys are suffering this, but I've seen a lot of people that seem pretty believable, and they're like, dude, our fucking lives are ruined. The noise this fucking shit makes, it has these infrasounds, too, that are just, dude, it's disturbing, man. Watch the video that fucking True Stream Media put out. It's called, aliens already landed here, or something like that, I forget. But it's like a recent video she posted, and it's fucking wild. She covered all this shit about the data centers and AI, and just the general effect it's having on people. I've yet to use it willingly. I don't think I've used I've never had the desire to use an AI. It doesn't sound appealing to me. I mean, I'm not trying to run against the grain. That's just what I do naturally. I run against the grain naturally. That's just how I came. I've been running against the grain ever since I came. I've been running against the fucking grain. I want to use no AI. I want to use my own brain. How stupid. So the thing is, the more smart tech you have, the more dumb you are. I mean, that seems pretty obvious. I think we've figured that out by now. I think we've pretty much, that's a repeatable, testable thesis. It's not even a hypothesis, it's a proven fact. Smart makes you dumb. And it doesn't mean smart, it means surveillance, monitoring, analysis, reporting technology. There's nothing smart about that, it's just somebody else is smart. Basically, when you're online, online is on you. That's a piece of information you need to be thinking about. When you're online, online is on you. And so, it's a two-way street, and sometimes you might not want to have online on you. Like when you're driving your car, you don't want your online to be have control over your vehicle. Oh my God, what a nightmare situation. We can't unlock the doors. It's backing up into the lake. Oh, what the fuck, dude? I mean, somebody can just take over the controls of your car and kill you. That's like a really bad idea. I mean, I prefer having control over my vehicle. I think that's always going to be a better option. I mean, I guess if you've just fucking outsourced your brain, your thinking ability to a machine, I mean, maybe it's better that the machine drives. But I sure as fuck don't want to hang out with you. Last thing I need is someone like that influencing my life. That's just really dumb. But that's what's happening. People are getting dumb, or you know, getting down with the dumb down, getting down with the download. Everybody's down with the download, getting dumb down, getting dumb down. The down low, as low down as the dumb down gets you, and the damage is done, yo. The damage is done when you succumb to the dumb down, which is what we see all around. The AI is watching you. It's the new eye in the capstone at the top of the pyramid. It's their new god. They're gonna bow and worship at. It's artificial intelligence. It's fake intelligence. It's not really intelligence. Fake means not real. It's not really intelligent, which would otherwise mean stupid. It's stupid. It's not intelligent at all. It's fucking artificial, which means fake, which means not real, which means not really intelligent, which means stupid. And it's making people stupid because it's not smart. It's just dumb fucking nonsense. I mean, it's just fucking, bottom feeder, bottom of the barrel, just like mindless fodder, just fucking slop, garbage that just doesn't lead you anywhere. It's just gonna fucking spoon feed you what you want to hear and fucking butter you up and get you all nice and baby oiled up so you're all nice and lubed up, get you all positioned, because you don't surf on the internet. You don't surf on a net or a web. No, you get fucking tangled in a net and a web. You get caught in a net shortly before you're devoured. They're setting a trap, is what they're doing. They're making people, oh, I'm going to be addicted to AI, and they're going to try to sell it to you. You're not going to have your precious AI anymore, and you're going to need to pay to have it. We're going to outsource intelligence and make you pay and put it on a meter. What a fucking evil prick. What kind of plan is that? What a dumbass. It's because he thinks that everybody's as dumb as he is, I guess. So he thinks he's going to fucking come up on that one, but I'm not going to give him any money. I don't need an AI. It's so dumb and so cheesy and corny. There's no soul there. Like, it's such a soulless, such a departure from, like, anything good, There's nothing novel about it to me. It's just a glorified search engine. I don't fucking give a shit. It's the last thing I want to talk about or worry about or have data centers put in my, ruin people's lives over. Like, what in the fuck is really going on? It doesn't make any sense. There's enough people, I think, right now that are just losing their minds over this shit. It's like, why in the fuck do we got to hear this fucking data center and have it ruining our environment? Because of what? What's the perk? What's the benefit again? Same with the 5G towers. Okay, now we got to look at these big ugly things that look like weapons. They are weapon systems. It's what they use for active denial in the military. It's a fucking directed energy weapon. It's called fucking active denial. It's crowd dispersal. They call it a non-lethal intervention. Right? Because it fucking makes people feel like their skin's on fire, so they disperse. So that's what 5G is. It's the same exact hardware. It's hard to find that information now, but I already know this shit from before. You used to be able to find that information online really easy, but now you're not going to find it that easy. But it's the same fucking hardware. And so that shit's installed everywhere now. And we have these like anomalous fires where towns burn down and they have to identify the victims by their teeth because if they just burned, they're gone. Some of them you can't even identify because they're just fucking melted and the cars are melted and everything's melted and burned and fucking gone, white ash, but the trees are still standing. What? Those are the kind of fires we have now, The metal melts, but the trees don't burn. And then we got these directed energy weapons that are basically everywhere now. So we could have internet, but we had internet before. So we've put in a worse situation now, It's a less desirable situation. We got all these data centers coming. Oh, that's fantastic, It's just what everybody wanted. So we can what? What was that reason again? there's no perk. I mean, how long can they think this is going to last? I mean, I imagine there's going to be some serious protests coming in here pretty soon. I mean, that's like dude, I'm so pissed for the people that that's affecting right now. I mean, I saw some people on their video last night. They looked pretty genuine. Like these people are genuinely miserable, and they showed why, and it's quite understandable. Like I would be fucking so irate. I'd be ready to burn that shit down. I probably would. That's right. Where something is that invasive and it's ruining your life. I mean, it's like that's when people kind of snap. It's like there's nothing they can do. These people just came and they put this monstrosity next to you, and now it's ruining your life and it's driving you crazy. It's causing health problems and taking your water and resources. It's a constant drain and nuisance. I mean, that for what again? Nothing got better, got more expensive and less desirable. I mean, that's enough to drive a lot of people really fucking crazy. That's it's really rude and really beyond the pale when it comes to this kind of shit where these billionaires are just imposing their shit on people. I mean, it's really bad news. Like it's really starting to shock me to the extent. I mean, I've yet to go, experience it in real life, which is still I'm keeping that in mind here, but it looks pretty real to me as far as what are people posting videos of, and I've seen data centers going up in our area, but just not anywhere near me. Thank God, because I mean dude, I would fucking probably do something crazy. I'd fucking form a monkey wrench gang and we'd set that shit on fire, dude. We'd burn that shit down. Cause that shit, I don't know, man. There's something else going on, obviously. I mean, I mean, that much data. I mean, what are they doing, dude? It's like we need to know because AI was functioning fine, or I mean, however crappy, whatever it was functioning. We had everything that we have now before all these data centers got in here. So what is the extra? Why are they all running constantly? What is happening? What do they need all that for? Like, it was working fine before that. I mean, is there that much new traffic? I don't think so. I mean, there's something else going on there, right? Am I right? I mean, am I being crazy for thinking that? I mean, because that's an awful lot of data. I mean, they just keep pouring, you know, more data centers, more. They're just packing them in. Like, what are they doing with all of it? Because they fire them up as soon as they're built. It's like they're running. But for what reason? I mean, everything was functioning before that was there. So is that? I mean, is there like a spaces? We need more space. Like, for what? I mean, is it that big of a deal? Why don't you just lose some of the information you had before, like the stuff that's like meaningless, like this constant surveillance? I mean, you don't need all that data. That's what they're doing it for on one hand, but there's got to be another reason because it's so widespread and it's such a huge. I mean, they're basically showing their hand in the sense that well, they're expecting something here. That's like with the 5G towers too. It's like why would you invest $1 trillion rolling out this hardware to provide a service that we already had? Like, and same thing goes with these data centers. Like, why are they doing this? There's something else that's being rolled out all like right under our noses. It's like this. There's a new system being set up while we're just sitting here, like, and we think, oh, we needed it for better internet service, or we needed it for the AI chatbots. It's like, no, there's more going on here. It's really like it just gives me this sort of feeling of like doom. It's this like sketchy, like weird feeling. Like if I lived near one of those things, I would feel like it was over. I was gonna have to like do something about it. I mean, I can imagine there's people that are feeling that way right now. Like we got to do something about this because we can't go on. And it's not fair that they would have to move. Some people can't afford to do that or whatever the situation here. And it's like, or like you've been established here your hope for generations, and these people are gonna come and run you out of your fucking property. That's crazy, dude. That's like the kind of shit that you see in movies where it's like some, where there's like some like terrible like criminal that's like ruining everyone's lives. I mean, this is like the shit that like it's like a storybook, like where there's like it's like the Lorax or whatever, where it's like the fucking guys telling the story of the industrial revolution that occurs and all the people who cut down all the what are they called, the truffula trees or whatever with all that rainbow colored. They're all cool looking. They cut them all down, and it was like this beautiful land, and now it's just this wasteland, and the guy's telling the story from inside this old dilapidated building, the Lorax. It's like we've seen this. It's not like this is like an unfamiliar tale. Like we're just in the middle of it here, and this is the part where they just ruin everything. It's crazy, dude. I mean, don't we have any power left? I mean, I think that people still have a lot of power if we could just stay united and just, like imagine if, if there was like there's people that have been pushing back and actually have gotten a couple of them canceled or like the plans, at least put off for a while. But it's like they're really encroaching on people's lives, and it's pretty wild. That's the kind of fight. These people that have to fucking push back on that. I'm just fortunate that I don't have that happening around me right now. And where I live, I don't think they could really put a data center here. Probably could put them anywhere, but I'm up in the mountains. I get the impression they want to have like a place that's pretty wide and level, where it's not like that up here. I think, like, I remember hearing about Bill Gates buying up all the farmland in the United States. He owned like a certain percentage of all the farmland. Like, has anyone checked into what he's doing with his property? Because if he owns all that farmland, he's probably putting data centers all over. Like, can you imagine? Because they said he owned a certain percentage of farmland in the country. It's like, dude, so what? He's probably putting data centers all over it, and some of his other dumb projects. But like, I mean, because if he owns it, nobody's there busy looking at it. I mean, there might be parts of our country that are just getting fully built out data center. It's like there might be places that we haven't even noticed that are just all dead. Because if you bought like all the farmland in a certain area, nobody would be going there. No one would know what he's doing with it. It's probably all data centered out by now. You guys aren't very talkative. Is anybody listening to me? Many years ago, when I stumbled down below, down into this rabbit hole, many years ago, when I stumbled down alone into this rabbit hole, was many years ago, and I never came out again. Fell down a rabbit hole, tangled in my soul, and I landed in this dream where nothing seems the same. Nothing seems the same. I landed in this dream, and I folded my hands, folded all I had, and I pray to God I can return to who I am, return to who I am. I pray to God I can return to who I am. And for the first time in a long time, I'm breaking down, breaking down, breaking down. Now I'm breaking down, breaking down, breaking down. Yep, for the first time will find a way. I will find a way. I will find a way. But now I'm underground. I'm forced to look around. I remember that I'm late again. There's a role I have to play. A role I have to play. I remember that I'm late again. Remember that I'm late again. And the rules of the game turns out cannot be changed. The only way to win is to learn to enjoy being on the losing end. You gotta lose to win. You gotta lose to win. Yes, you gotta lose to win. You gotta lose to win. You gotta lose to win. For the first time in a long time, I'm opening up. Opening, I'm opening up. Opening up, I'm opening up. Opening up. For the first time, I'm opening up. Opening up. Opening up. Like an opium poppy, I'm opening up. Opium, opening up. Opening up. Opening up. But there's still some doors left that I haven't opened yet. Haven't opened yet. Haven't opened yet. And if they appear to me, if they appear to me, I will turn my key. 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 Stuck again, stuck again, I'm stuck again. I'm stuck again, I'm fucking stuck again, I'm stuck again, stuck again, I'm stuck again. Stuck again, I'm fucking stuck again. But there's still some words left. I haven't spoken yet. Haven't spoken yet. Haven't spoken yet. And if those words occur to me, I will sing them out loud. I will sing them out loud. I will sing them, I will sing them, I will sing them loud. I will sing them, I will sing them, I will sing them loud. 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 I will sing many years ago. I stumbled down into this rabbit hole many years ago. I stumbled down alone down into this rabbit hole. It was many years ago, and I never came out again. How far down does it go? Well, sir, I'm afraid no one knows how far down this rabbit hole goes. Only the rabbit knows how far down it goes. Where did my runaway dog run off to now? What did you do? What did you do to help yourself forget about the things I can't forget? Did you forgive yourself? And will you forgive everyone else? It's taking all you got to get right here. I hope you don't plan on disappearing soon. Don't plan on disappearing. Don't plan on disappearing soon. I hope you don't plan on disappearing soon. Don't plan on disappearing soon. There's nowhere to go, nowhere else but here to go. here to go. And nobody knows where you go when you're gone, but you just move on. There's nowhere else to go but here. Nobody knows where else you could go. There's nowhere to know, there's no one that really knows where you really go. Where else is there to go? No one knows if you move on. I hope that you think you've heard it all before. You've heard it all over and over and over and over again. It'll always be the same shit, but somewhere there's a different tune that only plays for me and you. Somewhere there's a different tune that only plays for you. It's a place we can go. I just don't really know where it is yet, but I know it's there. Know it's there. Oh, even if it's only in my dream, I think if we feel the same, then we could get away. I'd love to get away, you know I'd love to. I really need to leave it all behind, leave it all behind, never to return again. And no one knows as they wave goodbye if anyone will ever come back here when it's their time to disappear. You know they might never come back here when it's their time. It's their time. It's their time to disappear. Do you know when you disappear, you're out of do you know where it is you go when you're gone? Do you know where it is you go? Where else is there to go? Where else is there to go but here? No one really knows where you could go when you're gone. Move on. So long, 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 so long. No one really knows anything. No one really knows anything. Ba-da-da-do-do-do. Wa-ba-ba-boo. No one really knows anything. No one really knows. No one knows anything. No one really knows anything. No one really knows. No one really knows anything. No one really knows. You just don't know anything. You just don't know anything. You just don't know. No one really knows. No one really knows anything. No one really knows anything. You just don't know. Don't know. You might think that you know. I might think I know. Everyone thinks they know. But then no one really knows anything at all. You just don't know. No one really knows anything. Nobody really knows anything at all. Nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anything. Nobody really knows anything at all. Nobody really knows anything at all. Nobody really knows anything at all. No one really knows anything at all. Nobody really knows anything at all. You don't know, I don't know, nobody knows anything at all. Nobody really knows anything. Nobody really knows anything at all. Nobody really knows anything at all. Nobody really knows anything at all. You don't know, I don't know, nobody knows. Nobody knows anything at all. Nobody knows anything at all. Nobody really knows anything at all. You don't really know anything at all. I don't really know. Nobody really knows, but nobody knows anything. No one knows anything at all. Nobody really knows. Nobody knows anything at all. Nobody really knows. Nobody really knows anything at all. Nobody really knows anything. Nobody really knows anything at all. Nobody really knows anything at all. Nobody really knows anything at Nobody really knows anything at all. No, nobody really knows. Nobody really knows anything. Nobody really knows anything at all. Nobody really knows. Nobody really knows anything at Nobody really knows anything at all. Nobody really knows anything. Nobody really knows anything at Nobody really knows anything at all. Nobody really knows anything at all. Nobody really knows anything at all. Hi, Jendo. Down with the download. Getting down with the download. Everybody's getting down with the download. They get the download and they go down, yo. They get so dumbed down, bro. It's just sad. It's a sin. Here it comes again, getting down with the download. They get the download. The critical thinking gets loaded down somewhere else. They just can't think anymore. They're down with the download. Everything they're down with is something that's been programmed into their mind deliberately by someone else who doesn't have their best interests at heart. They want to be that very voice in your head. They want to squelch that God voice and become that voice. They want to fool you into thinking that you're talking to God while you're talking to them. They, them, those. We need more people to come down here and get euthanized. We need more people to come down here and get euthanized. What? I mean, immunized. Whoops. I meant to say immunized. But you didn't. That was one of the best truth drops I ever seen in my life. I couldn't believe that happened. During COVID, the guy on the news, he said, we need more people to come down here and get euthanized. What? I mean, immunized. It's the Freudian slip of the tongue. Thanks for the tip. We're done here now. At least we know what's going on inside your head there, buddy. Have you gotten immunized? Somebody that accidentally says euthanized obviously thinks that's what's going on. There's some point, some level of their consciousness is clearly considering that as being what's really happening. We were listening, heard you loud and clear. Too late, too late, too late, too late to walk it back now. We were listening, heard you loud and clear. We were listening, it's too late to walk it back now. You just said the quiet part out loud, out loud, out loud. Quiet part out loud, out loud. You just said the quiet part out loud. The quiet part, the quiet part out loud, out loud. Shh. This is the quiet part, quiet part, quiet part. Be quiet. This is the quiet part. The quiet part. Shh. Be quiet. This is the quiet part. Quiet part, quiet part, quiet part, quiet part, quiet part, quiet part. This is the quiet part. Quiet part. The quiet part. This is the quiet part. This is the quiet part. The quiet part, quiet part, quiet part. Out loud, dope! Freudian slip of the tongue. Thanks for the tip, we're done here now. You just let way too much smoke out of your mouth. And fact checkers are working overtime, trying to cover your ass at your gaffes. Collapsing all your narratives. It's embarrassing to say the least, but at least we know now what's going on there up in your head. Can't believe what you just said. The quiet part out loud. You draw a crowd when you do that. The quiet part out loud. We were listening. It's too late to walk it back now. We just heard you say way too much loud. At least we know now what's going on up in your head. Oh, I can't believe what you just said. The quiet part out loud. The quiet, 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 quiet. Quiet part, quiet part, quiet part, quiet part, quiet part out loud. The quiet part out loud. You draw a crowd. can't believe what you just said. We were listening, it's too late to walk it back. You're in deep shit now, you just let the quiet part out loud slip out of your mouth. And now we all know what's really going on. Do 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 do. Alright, I'm gonna go eat dinner. I love you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Come again.